and we are running this beautiful necklace. Hi, welcome. Hi, Sam. Welcome. We are running this $10 to start for this auction. Tested sterling silver, and then some beautiful beaded necklace. Yeah, it is. It's so cute. Especially anyone who likes a blue. It's a nice necklace, a great price. Thank you for looking at that. The next thing I have to show you are these beautiful earrings with this nice wedding cake flower detail, nice like cobalt blue color. It looks a little purplish, but it's more of a blue. The hooks do test as sterling silver. And this one is claim where you could just buy it now at $18. Very cute. And I'll move this up closer so you can see the detail. Thank you for looking at that. The next one is I have some more cute earrings. These are little mushrooms. The hooks test as sterling silver. And those are for 10. Nice purple and white. It's like a glass. The next thing I have to show you is this gorgeous ring. Sterling silver tested. This test as quartz. There is a tiny little diamond on both sides. Has really nice detail. I have this listed tonight for $35. It's a steal of a deal. Really beautiful sterling silver, and it's a size 9. And its claim is 9757. And that's available in my shop. This is how it looks on. And my finger's a size 7, so it's a little big for me. It's a really pretty statement type of ring. The next thing I have here, I have a set. I have this brooch, which has these nice tassels, sterling silver. It's an old Mexican sterling piece. This is either RIS or AIS. It can be worn as a pendant as well. This does test as stone. It has the silver flakes inside, almost like a ventrine. And then it comes with these earrings, which also has the same stone and then also like a pink quartz stone. They're clip-ons. And they are also signed. There's one earring. And here is the other earring. Very cute, nice sterling silver set. Sterling silver has been tested. Very pretty. So that one, we'll go ahead and start it. And I have that listed for 125. As far as the grams go on all of the set, let me turn this back on. Go. That's the total weight. And thank you for looking at that. The next piece I have is this 9-inch bracelet. This is sterling silver, the silver parts. And then the leaf detail is a technique called baga, which is a gold and a copper mixed alloy that they put here. When you do scratch this part, it does do a scratch in a gold color. And then the sterling silver does test as sterling silver. And when you look up the company CASP, which is the designer, they did use this technique with that metal. Here is where it's signed, Mexico, and then the CASP, and then the 925. The total grams on this is right there, 42. And the clasp has no issues, works really well. Nice and snug clasp. So there is that bracelet, which that's a buy it now. The next thing that I have are these cute necklaces. They are testing as sterling silver. They're vintage pieces. This one right here has a teardrop shape. It has PAJ with the 925 on the back. And the chain and this teardrop and the clasp all test as sterling silver. The weight on this one is 4 grams. And then the other one, this is pick one for 12. This one has this little like disco ball with the little rhinestones in it, an infinity, sterling silver. I'll test the sterling silver. The chain, and then also the clasp. Test is sterling silver. There is the sterling silver mark on here. And this one is 3 grams. So I'm going to run that, and you can pick one of either one of these for $12, which is a great price. And that is running. Oh, thank you, Starbright Collect. For your bid. Thank you so much. All right, which one would you like? You want the Tree of Life. Okay, great. Yep, and it's nice. It's 4 grams total weight. It's very pretty. That one's coming to you. I'm going to put your name right here. All right, thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. And then also to let y'all know, tomorrow at 7, I have a show of deals where it's $5 for the different items. I have back here these necklaces, $5 each. I have some earrings over there, and then I have all of these trays of things, all starting at $5. So anyone that buys something today, I do progressive shipping. So first item is $5 for shipping, and then 50 cents additional for each. And I will roll that over for the shipping to tomorrow. And I'll ship everything out on Wednesday. So we'll, if you decide you want to check out that show to find some deals, that is available tomorrow. And I welcome anyone to check it out tomorrow at 7 o'clock here on Vintage Jewelry Addicts. Thank you so much, and I hope you love that necklace. Now I have some rings. And these rings, go back, hold on a second. Okay. These are smaller in size, these rings. But each one, you pick one for 20. And these are the choices. We have this one, which is it's a Maricela, which has the mark right in there. So we have this one. I'm not sure of what this material is here. This does test as sterling silver, and this one is a size 4 3/4. So you could still wear it as a nice pinky ring, or if you have really small fingers, it's perfect. This one weighs 4 grams. Then I have this one, which is abalone, Mexico. It is 4¼ has this nice detail around the outside. It's an older ring. And then here are the marks on it. And that one says 2 grams total weight. And then this one is really pretty. Has all these marcasites on it. It's got this twisty detail. It is also 4¾ like this. And this one is 4 grams. And we are running that. Pick one of these beautiful rings for 20. All right, thank y'all for looking at those. All right, I have a 10-carat gold bracelet. The length is 6¾ It is 10-carat gold. It's signed R and B. And I think that also when you look at the pictures, you can see a lot more details, and you can see it up closer with the signature and the 10K. Hello, welcome. And here, I'm going to put the make sure. Okay, there. So 0. And it's 0.45 grams. And I have that listed for $55. It's a good old 1980s bracelet. The next one that I have is, where's that ring? Here it is. I have this beautiful signed Shoebies Dakota West Sterling Silver Rainbow Prism Ring. It's a size 8¼ It does test as sterling silver. And I have this listed today at $50. There is the weight, 3.28. But it is signed. It is a designer ring. Here is the mark right there. $8.25. Thank you for looking at that one. Next, I have this beautiful sterling silver necklace. It's 12 and 12.58 or 12.56 grams. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, for uniqueness, that prism ring is really cool how it's colored like this and then it's totally clear when you stand it up. That's why they call it a rainbow prism. It's real pretty. And then this one, I just love the detail. This is an older sterling silver necklace. Here is the clasp on it. It has a graduated flower, so you get the bigger one in the middle, and then they get smaller, and then it has this little triangle detail on the outside. Here is the clasp. And then this is how it looks on. Okay. Look like it's, oh, here we go. Let me move it back over here. There. And it's 15 inches in length. So it's definitely an older necklace with the being shorter, but it is a beautiful choker style short sterling silver necklace. Next one I have is this blown glass that has lots of different details on it. The metal is all sterling silver. This chain here, sterling silver. These little pieces in between are sterling silver. The caps are sterling silver. These beads are sterling silver. And the detail in the glass is just so beautiful. And then it has a toggle clasp. And I have that one listed for $55 under Buy It Now. Then I have these two designer rings. I have a Lori Bond with a blue topaz and a Carolyn Pollock. Carolyn Pollock is a size 7. And this one is a 7 3/4, a Lori Bond. Here is where it's signed. I'm going to take this off here. Right there. And the Carolyn Pollock ring is total weight is 10.47 grams, and then maybe 4 or 5, take off the, and then this one is 7.49. And then you pick one for 65, and that is running. So it's a choice of either. Thank you for looking at those. I have 2 more rings. These are sterling silver. I call them the fancy rings because they have a lot of detail. And this is a pick one for 25. They do test as sterling silver. These pieces in the middle test as glass. So you have purple and then a red. The weight on the purple one is 4.52 grams. And then the weight on the red one is 4.97 grams. The size is this one also has a CW mark on the inside, right in there. It's a size 6 for this one. Has the open work detail on the side. And then the other one is a size 7 1/4. And they're running. Pick one for 25. Thank you for looking at those. Next, I have these little earrings right here. This is sterling silver. The hooks on them has a nice green and blue color. And that's claim that for 15. And I love the detail that they have in the caps. Very detailed. Next one is this brooch that I had showed at the gemstone show. It has peridot, it has citrine, it has amethyst, it has topaz. It is a pendant or a pin. Tested sterling silver, also signed right there. And I reduced it a little bit in price. It's now at $48. Very pretty swan. And that one is 5.42 grams total weight. The next thing that I have is this charm, or you could wear it as a pendant because it's kind of a large shape. It has this sterling silver, it's solid sterling silver. It's 11.86 grams. It does have this mark, the sterling silver mark on the back. Right there. Gram weight. And that's running for $35. Has a nice weight to it. You put it on a nice chain. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, and I hope everybody is going to have a wonderful time for the New Year's. Thank you for looking at that. Have this beautiful brooch. These do have the sandy gritty filling for these. This does test all as sterling silver. The green does test as stone. Here is the back. I am not an expert in turquoise. This is the 925 mark. It's 14 grams. A little over. When I measured on the big one, it's 14 because it only does whole numbers. But it's 14.38 grams. And this lovely pendant is running now for $45. All right, thank you for looking at that. Have this really pretty set here. It's like 11.61 grams. The necklace um, is a toggle, can be worn as a toggle or longer. So when you wear it at the longest length, it is 36 inches. And then if you choose to wear it with the toggle through the front, then it is 18 inches. It also comes with these earrings, and they test this sterling silver. These are a pink shell. And I have this set listed for $45. Next, I have this Taxco bracelet. It's 7 inches in length. Has this floral pattern. There is the Taxco sterling mark. Here's the weight. It sits right below 30 grams. It's a beautiful piece with the Taxco mark for $150. And then it also has these marks, but they're hard to read them. And the clasp here's the clasp, it works great. Thank you for looking. And that's under Buy It Now. I have these Kissing Fish sterling silver earrings. Has a dolphin, looks like a dolphin, the little ball in the center. It's double-sided, so it has the same design on both sides. It's been tested for sterling silver, and then the sterling silver mark is on this part here, right there. And that is running for $40. Nice vintage dolphin sterling silver hoop earrings. Okay, thank you for looking at that. Then I have this Starburst pendant. The center does test as a stone. It's a very, very, very light yellow in color. There is the mark on the back, the bell, and this has been tested positive for sterling silver. And that was tested for stone with the Presidium. And then the weight is in the picture, but we got it like 11 grams. And that beautiful pendant that's running now for 38. It's a nice size. And this year, 2020, well, this coming year, 2026, they're saying long chains with pendants are going to be in. So this will be perfect to find yourself a very long chain that you like and put this on. And that would be perfect. Thank you for looking at that. Next, I have a 10 karat solid yellow gold ring. Opal center, little diamonds on the side. Here is the back. Then we have the mark. Yep. There's a 10K mark on one side and an AU mark on the other. $1.83. This is a vintage ring. I've had this ring since the 80s. So I'm not sure if it's older than that or around that time. That's under Buy It Now, and it will also stay in my shop. So if you ever are looking for a ring like this, it will be there. It is a size, let's see, 7. And thank you for looking. I have this cameo. It's a Vandal cameo. Inside it has 1/20 12K gold filled. It is also a pendant and then the longer pin. Have that listed for 30. And here is the weight on that. So I guess it was 6 point. Hold on. There is the weight. And I have that listed for 30. Then I have these large amethyst earrings signed UTC. They tested sterling silver. So I showed these at the gym show. I think these are beautiful amethyst. Here is the measurements on the stone. In millimeters. Enter. Right there. Here is the weight. And I have those listed for $50. Here is the back. And the sterling mark is right here. I've tested the side. I've tested the stick part and the prong. And then this is inside the back. And the design around the side. Then I have this other vintage Mexican sterling silver art glass piece. It's a pendant and a brooch. It's signed Joy Max. Here is the back. I wear it this way when it's a pendant, and then this way when it's a pin. The brooch. Here is the mark. Yeah, I love it. The colors in it are just so pretty. I just love the blues and greens and then oranges. Such a pretty brooch. And then there is the weight. And I have that listed for $50. It's just so pretty. Then I have this necklace. And this is a nice vintage necklace. It's 16 inches in length. Let's see right. Where is it? Measuring. Here, hold on. Okay, it's saying 12 grams. I need to change that. It's not 15, it's 12. And it's 16 inches. That's the total weight with the glass. Has the Millefiori design, little flowers. The metal in between does test as sterling silver in these little balls. There is the spring ring clasp. And then there's lots of different colors. So it's 12 grams for the total weight, not 15 on that. And test as sterling. Thank you for looking. Then I have a vintage Avon sterling silver ring. Avon and Zapata signed on this. It's a 5 3/4 in size. It has a beautiful blue topaz stone in the center. It's a nice size. Right here. And it is signed inside the Avon mark. And also there's a Zapata mark in 925. And then the Avon mark is right in there. And it says Avon and not just the circle with the dot. There's the weight. And that one is running for 20. This is the ring that I had gotten when I first started selling rings, and I thought I never knew that Avon did sterling. This is when I found out Avon did sterling with this ring. The cut on the inside is really pretty for the stone too. It almost looks like it's got a swirling effect to it. Thank you for looking at that. Then I have this sterling silver necklace. It's 20 inches. It's 1.4 millimeters. It's a diamond cut rope chain, sterling silver. And you can see the sparkle when you turn it and move it around. How they cut like a little side, see, like right there. And then it makes it all shiny and sparkly. It's a nice vintage chain. It is signed Made in Italy. And it's 20 inches in length. Here is the weight. And this would be a nice necklace to go with any of the pendants that I showed tonight. Like if you put it on here. Or this one. And this chain I have listed at 45. It's vintage and it has the nice diamond cut to the rope chain. And then the last necklace that I have tonight, an item for the sterling silver show, is this beautiful necklace. It's a nice vintage necklace with lamp work, blue and green, pink rose necklace, 17 inches in length. And then these pieces in between test is sterling silver. These balls here are sterling silver. The chain is sterling silver. And then it has a heart clasp, heart toggle clasp on the back. And I have that listed for 45. So most of the items that I showed tonight that are buy it now If you're laying in bed tonight, you go, I think I like that. You can just come back over to my shop, All Things Lovely, here on Vintage Jewelry Addicts, and you can just pick it up. I do accept some offers. If you like and love an item, then there is an option for a few of these things that do offers. So thank you so much for being here for my show. And remember, tomorrow night I have $5 deals. Um, all of the items that will be shown start at $5 tomorrow for bids. So you could pick up some great things. I have necklaces, I have earrings, I have brooches, some pendants. Um, so lots of different things to check out. I got lots of blue colors, some gold tone, um, some enamel, chandelier type of earrings, lucite type of earrings. So lots of pretty things. So thank you so much for being here. And we will get ready to hand it over to Wishlist Rose. She's up next in our train. Thank you for spending your time with me for this hour. If you have any questions, always feel free to send me a chat message about any of the items that you saw at the show that you would like more detail on. I'll be glad to send you any additional pictures if you need. Thank you again, and let's get ready to roll over. Have a good evening.